Okay, so I've been in like serious freeze mode when it comes to creation and like working on my business. But like, even as I say that, there's not full truth in that statement because I have been creating but when I'm overthinking and when I'm really in my logical body, the first things to fall away are the ones that I love the most. I love my podcast the most. I love just talking to you like this the most. It just feels like, I always say, but like, you're just my fucking friend. We're in the car. We're shooting the shit, more so, than some other pieces of content. But what else? Oh, and my email list. Like, those are the two things I always pretty much have always felt really free around. When I start to overthink just my business and how I want to teach and marketing and structuring different price points, funnels, stuff that I genuinely enjoy. But when my mind starts to fall too into the energy of structure, it's very quick. I just like kind of plummet into the density and my creative flow is affected. This happens to all of us, I do believe, in some way or another. So this is me unconstipating myself. This is me with you pulling the content creation stick out of my ass. Little by little. Ew, sorry. TMI? I don't know. It's not literal, but what is? I don't even know. Okay, so I'm going to tell a story. I was on the beach this morning. Favorite time to go. I hit my portal spot and do all the things I want to do. The cosmic kunda, I chant on the jetty or dance or write. This morning, the focus was definitely on seashells and baby sand crabs. I'm going to post a reel of the baby sand crabs, which honestly, check out because I'm going to do a little research on these animals. And I'm going to maybe write about it in the caption. And if you like stuff like me, like this, like just little nature things, and you'll love seeing these millions of baby sand crabs. Not many people get to see that. Okay. Anyway, I was at the beach and it's pretty empty time of year, empty time of day, and I saw a woman with her little dog, and she set up her phone camera and was recording herself doing yoga. And I got so excited to see that. And I was reflecting on how it's so shitted on. It is so shitted on by people, women and men. The idea of creating content, recording yourself, taking a selfie, sharing your life and your feelings and your expression. It's so made fun of a lot. And I know that it can be obviously get into weird territory, and there's a lot of weirdness and reason for the stereotypes within this thing. But regardless, I was like, okay, we can look at this from so many angles where our focus is magnified on a story. So my magnified story could either be the dark side, the BS and the dangers of curated social media and the influencer, the mature, what is that thing called where you buy too much shit? Overconsumption, through whatever, which I can either have the magnifying glass on that, or I could have the magnifying glass on, oh my God, what a time to be alive. You can just be an expressive woman and put your shit online and generate money and income to support yourself, your children, your family, your home, your passions. That's it. That's mind-blowing. What a time to be alive. Women couldn't even, in the U.S., like, I wrote it somewhere, but I'm going to butcher the dates. Don't be mad at me. Just Google it. I want to say like 88. I don't think women couldn't officially like own a business without a male signature until 1988 or something. Look it up. It's just, when you really look at what's happening here, and of course, what is made fun of the most? Women online, women on social media. When for real, it is probably one of the most amazing tools that we can have to explore, what does it really even mean to be myself? What does it mean to question my beliefs about showing up and sharing and receiving money through my own open channels and my creativity as this like powerful womb holder? Holy shit. And like, it can just be so epic and fun and beautiful to share your story, your triumphs, your tribulations. I mean, this is how we grow and connect, through story. And just, I feel like I don't have to go, but you get what I'm saying? So everything's always going to be multifaceted. The girl filming herself on the beach is like inherently neutral. There's a lot of conditioned belief patterns that go into my perception of that, and then I continue to project that into the world. So I get to choose what story I'm magnifying, and I really love the story of how exciting it is and how I felt so happy seeing her like film yourself. Yes, the sun, the ocean, like share your shit. And what are you feeling today? Who can you connect with? And like, how can you share that and help someone and heal your own inner child? And it's just endless possibility in both directions. That's the amazing thing about this universe, is it's limitless in all directions. Nothing does not exist. So like, if someone asks me, are there this type of alien or this type of alien, I'm like, nothing doesn't exist. Yes. Nothing it's just, yeah. I don't need to get into the detail. The point is, it's like, we get to make the rules, how we show up in our lives every moment. And this isn't about perfection. This isn't about there being a right or a wrong way. It's just an exploration, and you're going to do it uniquely. So, again, thank you for being here. This is unconstipating. I don't want to say yucky things. Thank you for helping me pull this stick out of my ass. Create, dance, waheguru. Shut the fuck up. I just saw a whale. Oh my god. I'm in my car and I'm just, oh my god, it is a big whale. It just went over and it blew out its hole. I'm just leaving the beach after my morning, and I'm sitting in the car looking over the water just to reflect and record this. And so that's why I have a view of the ocean right now. And all morning I was here for hours. I didn't see any dolphins or whales, which, there's times when it's more frequent, but to see a whale, I mean, and I was like in that ocean, and wow, well, if this isn't a message from Sirius B to follow your joy and share your joy, and that joy is a noble incarnation purpose. My friend, I don't know what to call her. I have to ask her. Friend, teacher, mentor. I want to say teacher. I mean, that's like, she's my teacher. She is one of the first people, the first person to say it to me. We were in the field with Dolphin Collective, and one of the things coming through was frequencies of joy, just refining your channels of joy in this life is our incarnation purpose. I think we were talking about, it's like coming back to me, but we were talking about the idea of enlightenment as well, and how, what if we didn't all incarnate to reach this concept of enlightenment? I mean, what if? Why not? What else could be possible with that opening, that freedom? Yeah. In the pursuit of ascension, in the pursuit of enlightenment, like whatever that means to you. And there are some rigid definitions, but if there's an aspect of you pursuing that consciously, what are you abandoning? Are you abandoning aspects of things that make you feel joyful and cozy and grounded simply because they're labeled as something that can't get you to enlightenment? You know what I'm saying? You see how it's really just a mind fuck and an ego game? It's not real. Spiritual hierarchy is literally not real in the fifth dimension. It's Iris calls it, so you know how we talk about old earth, new earth timelines, and really the difference between them is frequencies, patterns. She refers to it as the new earth being the old earth being dual earth, so duality, a dualistic earth. It's what's happening right now. It's the timelines we're navigating. And then the new earth concept, the fifth dimensional timelines of earth, non-dual. So dual and non-dual. And I love that because, Kundalini is a non-dualistic path. It's the exploration of freedom through non-dualism, essentially starting in the mind. But I love exploring it and teaching it from my perspective of energy and having channeled DTs. And I didn't expect to get into this right now, but once you unplug your butt, I guess things can flow. I'm going to tell this story on another podcast as I continue to unconstipate my creation. But when I saw UFO, my first UFO sighting, I honestly feel like but that was for sure my only intense one. I mean, I've seen little things in the sky that could be UFO or satellite, whatever. I've never really had another desire to see another one, honestly. I mean, I can or cannot. I'm fairly neutral around it. But regardless, aliens weren't really in my wheelhouse. I was doing angels, ghosts, as a child. I was very into paranormal and poltergeist and ghosts and the astral plane. I was obsessed with Sylvia Browne and past lives and Ouija board and seances and casting spells from a very young age. And then the UFO thing I saw, and it was just this whole nother fucking world. And that frequency activation, first of all, triggered a lot of anxiety and dysregulation in the nervous system. That's what high frequencies do if you're not grounded. But it was all purposeful. It led me right to Kundalini. Within two years, I want to say, or a year and a half. I'm the fucking worst with this stuff, with numbers and years, and I'll say a few months, and it was a year. I can't, I have a hard time logging in those linear things from my brain. If I wrote down a timeline, I'd probably get it better, but also who the fuck cares? You get what I'm saying? I love Kundalini. It is just the way it hits your nervous system, man. It's you know how when you're anxious, you feel anxiety in your body and your mind, how hard it is to feel grateful and blissful and open? That's because it's a parallel between frequencies, meaning dysregulated nervous system equals overactive logical finite mind, 3D, right? 3D, lack of higher frequency perspective. Then when you regulate the nervous system, it relaxes energy bodies and you're allowed to filter in more of the 5D energies, higher self perspective, gratitude, bliss, those higher frequencies. I just kind of not figured that out. It's not something I figured out, but I figured out how to explain that today. So that's how my channeling works. I'll just get so much imagery, and it takes me like a couple weeks to be like, well, how do I like explain this image and this download in a way that makes the bridge? And a lot of times I don't even feel like it, because as long as I integrate it, it's like the frequencies that matter. So I'm still learning how to even communicate what I'm perceiving. All right, love you, bye. Thanks for unplugging my butthole.